What's up, everybody, and welcome to Hammerdown Motorsports. Today we have a very exciting episode for everybody because the UPS truck just drove down the driveway after dropping off, wait for it, our brand new Corsa exhaust system for the Denali. Let's head over to Westy's and get this installed right now. So I hope it's not too loud that the wife's absolutely going to hate me afterwards, but I guess there's only one way to find out. This is just a little in-cab with a stock exhaust sound. You can't really hear it at all. I mean, you just kind of hear a little bit of engine noise, but it's not any kind of real note or anything like that. This does have the Bose noise canceling speakers in it. So when you get on it, you get a little bit of that V8 sound, but it's really nothing pronounced. And like I've said before, that's kind of what you expect from a luxury vehicle, but at Hammerdown Motorsports, we don't leave anything stock. What's going on? About halfway through the workday right now.
Halfway through the workday?
Yeah,
probably.
it's only like 7 o'clock.
7 p.m.?
Yeah, it's about halfway through, right?
About halfway. Maybe a little better. Start at 7. Yeah. No, it's a little better than halfway. This is 12 hours in.
Just only 12 hours, yeah.
Yeah, I got about 6 more to go.
It's not a big deal.
Normal workday.
Absolutely. Alright, you have two options when you order these systems. You can either get the black tip or the chrome tip. We obviously went for the black tip just because of the black wheels and how it goes together with the vehicle. Corsa decal, you get your instruction booklet, muffler, and the 2 pipes that make up your catback exhaust system, and your 3 clamps. Pretty straightforward. Let's get the old stuff off and put the new stuff on. Alright, to start removing your factory catback, we've got 1 clamp right here. There's a 13mm, and they made it really convenient and put the bolt head on the top. So you're going to have to use a ratchet or a wrench or something to get up in there, and we'll get that loosened off. Alright, I took the bolt completely out just because it's going to give us enough flex on that clamp to be able to remove the entire catback system. The next thing we want to do is remove the factory pins from the rubber mounts. So we're just going to use a pry bar to kind of work those out of place, and these will pop out. They actually still have the factory grease in them, so that helps us out a little bit. A lot of times you can just shoot a little WD-40 in them, and it gives it a little bit of lubrication and helps you get them off a little bit easier. But we're going to pop those out, and our factory exhaust system should be loose enough to get it out and onto the floor. Okay, I got the front 2 off. The way I did this, on this rubber piece here, there's a little kind of slot in the bottom, and if you can keep this exhaust pipe from moving, if you stick the bar in the bottom of this, you're actually able to kind of pry it over the front of this, and it kind of moves it out of the way. So what I did is I took a pry bar, I kind of wedged it up against this little stud right here, and then I just kind of stuck the bar in the bottom and pried it out, and it came out quite easily. This one here kind of just stuck it in the end on the bottom, just like I did on the other side. Didn't really have to hold the pipe. I was able to pop it out. And the one I haven't gotten out yet, but it looks like we're just going to be able to pry against the resonator, and this will pop out quite easily. And there it is. All right, so I know some people have cut these exhaust systems, sometimes even in 3 pieces to get them off. I don't really want to do that because I want to keep everything reversible if possible, or be able to reuse this exhaust system if somebody else would ever want it. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the Panhard bar, and this entire system should be able to all come out in one piece. Okay, so making our lives more miserable, we got it kind of stuck up here on the rear end. So what we're going to do is take out one of the shock bolts, lower down the rear end a little bit. We got a screw jack on it here right now to control it. Give us just enough clearance to get this whole system out of here. Trust me, this is not the easiest way to do this job. The easiest way would be with the sawzall, cut it out, but we don't do things the easy way around here.
You should always use a knife like this
when removing exhaust clamps.
Yeah, and you should always use a knife to remove exhaust clamps.
Absolutely.
Make sure your face is in the way too.
All right, so there's just a little retainer here that holds the factory ball clamp in. You just lift that up, you can get the factory ball clamp off. And this is our factory exhaust system. We have one hanger here, 2 kind of in the middle of the system, 1 on either side, and then 1 here at the end. We did remove the chrome tip just because it gave us a little bit more room to kind of wiggle this whole system out of the truck, and then we didn't end up scratching it in the end. So if you are going to remove the chrome tip, I would recommend doing it before you remove the exhaust system, because with the whole thing moving around, they are very tight and it's kind of a difficult thing to do, so do that first. Okay, so we were trying to figure out which way the muffler went just to make sure it was going the right way, and it only goes on one way, so you can't screw it up. So Westy, what's with the James Taylor?
I'm trying to be less angry in the new year.
How's it going so far?
Great on day 2.
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, well, come Friday, I'm sure it'll all be over.
It'll be back to Metallica and
yeah, it'll be back to
Pennywise and all the other things. All right, here it is. It's already a dramatic improvement with the tips. Now let's hear how it sounds. Does it get the Westy's stamp of approval?
No, it needs to be way faster.
The chair or the exhaust?
Well, the exhaust gets my stamp of approval, I believe, but the chair definitely does not.
Chair needs a lot more.
Chair needs
more boost.
Yeah, needs some tuning. She said this is actually tuned already, but I think I could do a better job.
So when Westy says he fixes everything, he means pretty much everything.
Yeah, I can't fix your marriage though, so.
No, not a marriage counselor. That's not gonna.
I'd probably wreck your home.
It might be worse afterwards, but
maybe a home wrecker.
All right, so on startup, you can definitely hear just a little bit extra. At idle, it's not loud in the cab at all, but you just hear that little bit of that Corsa signature sound. We're gonna see what it sounds like when we get into a bit of an acceleration. Part of the reason why I wanted a Corsa exhaust system is so I'd have something that's just a little bit louder than the whine from the transmission, because on these vehicles it's so quiet in here with the Bose noise canceling that you can hear that tiny little bit of a whine at slow speeds, and if this exhaust covers that up, that's a problem solved in my opinion. So this is with the window down, you can kind of get the sound bouncing off the buildings here a little bit. Hear that Corsa growl. It is very Corvette-like in my opinion. So the question is my wife gonna hate this exhaust on the Denali? I don't think so. I think it's just enough that she's gonna notice it's there, but it's not too much that she's gonna want me to take it off. And at the same time, we did save the original exhaust and keep it fully intact. So if we ever did want to put this vehicle directly back to stock, that's an option that we do have, and that's how I like to do things. And to answer the question, when the vehicle goes into fuel saving mode or V4 mode, do you get any kind of chatter or drone or anything like that? The answer to that is no. I do not hear anything weird or out of the ordinary. You definitely can tell slightly the different note from one to the other, but it's not something that's annoying like I've seen in some of the other systems on other vehicles that I've driven, where the MDS will kick in, or the AFM or DOD, or any of the acronyms that for all the systems that are used. But this one, definitely not a problem at all. All right, the overpass is coming up. Let's drop the windows and see what we got. Oh yeah! I love this exhaust system, let me tell you. All right, everybody, it is the next day. We got a little snow going on today, so I'm pretty excited about getting the snowmobile out and getting to go riding again. But what I wanted to do before I ended this video off is to give you guys a true cold start. But first, I wanted to thank Westy Speed Shop for helping me out with this. It definitely helped out with 2 pairs of hands to get the system out in one piece and get the new one installed. Also, if you guys are looking for this system or any auto accessory whatsoever and you're in the local area, check out TSE Auto Accessories in Ephrata, Pennsylvania. I will have his link in the description. Check out Todd over there and he'll definitely take care of you and hook you up with whatever you need. Now here's a cold start. So if that's not bald eagles in the morning, I don't know what is. Thank you guys for watching, and keep that hammer down.